What's up, guys? It's Brian with MachineMasters.com. I'm going to be bringing you guys a video today for this Mix Talk Monday episode on how to get your vocals to push through a mix more. Make it so that way it's an in-your-face kind of sound, which is really desirable in hip-hop, and most people are aiming for the sound when they're mixing their hip-hop songs. Normally, you get this in-your-face kind of vocal sound by using compression, really cranking the gain knob, and really pushing it so your vocal is the first thing that you hear in the mix and it's all the way up in the front. Today I'm going to be talking about how you could achieve the same sound by creating the illusion that the sound is closer than it is by using EQs and special types of delays. So without further ado, let's hop on the screen. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comment section below and I'll do my best to answer. So let's look on the screen. Okay, so like I said, now that we're on the screen, I have this song up. And I'm going to show you how exactly I used methods other than just compression, although you could see I did put compression on it. The song's already in the works of a mix, so there are a lot of my bare bone things that I usually put on my mixes, so those will stay just for the sake of quality. But these two bypass plugins, my Pro Q2 and my J37, they're going to be what I'm going to be using to show you the example. Now, for these tips, you could use any kind of EQ or any kind of delay. This is a tape emulator. It kind of just gives it a cool little sound. But you could do it. You could do it with any kind of delay that you have, as long as it could handle short delay times. So the first thing that I want to get into is the EQ. Now, I'm going to play about half his verse for you. Without what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to explain what exactly I'm going to do, and I'll do it and show you the before and after, so that way you could get an idea of what it exactly does. So take a listen to the verse without any effect.
Hey, now I need everything in double like this Noah's Ark. Got a whole lot of people that I do it for. I ain't moving slow, hell no, gotta get it now. Baby sister proud, but I still ain't pushing limits through the ceilings. Only way to get up in the building now. So I'm drilling down concrete, I just stomp feet and alarms ring. Arms need shillings out in Kenya with the illest man. Village style, that's why I gotta kill him now. I feel it now, I'm in my zone. Hey.
Alright, so you get the idea of the track. So the first thing that I want to do is I'm going to bring up this this EQ. This is the FabFilter Pro Q2. One of my favorite EQs. It's graphic. It really shows you the actual frequency response, and it's pretty accurate. So in previous videos that I've had, I've explained that you could create the illusion of a sound being closer by or further away by messing with the high-end frequencies. Usually the further something is away, the less high frequencies you have in a sound. That's why when you're far away from a club or something, you usually only hear that bass drum kicking and things like that. So if you're trying to push a vocal to the front of a mix, it's a good idea just to do a little shelf, not too far back, otherwise you're going to start getting some sibilance issues and your S's and T's will be really sharp. But maybe a couple dB. For the sake of this example, I'm not really going to focus too much on where I start the shelf, but just a simple shelf, easy as that. A couple dB, maybe 2 dB. I wouldn't go too much because these are subtle things that you usually want to do once your mix is pretty much done, just to get it to push to the front a little bit more. So this is going to be pretty subtle, but I'm going to play it for you, and I'm going to halfway through unbypass it so you can see what it sounds like. So take a listen.
Now I need everything in double like this Noah's Ark. Got a whole lot of people that I do it for. I ain't moving slow, hell no, gotta get it now. Baby sister proud, but I still ain't pushing limits through the ceilings. Only way to get up in the building now. So I'm drilling down concrete, I just stomp feet and alarms ring. Arms need shillings out in Kenya with the illest man.
So it is hard to hear, and translating it once it's on YouTube, it might be even harder to hear. But it does bring some liveliness into the mix and pushes it forward and brings out some air in his voice, which is always a good thing, and I like the sound of it. So the next thing that we're going to be doing is what's called a slapback delay. Like I said, every delay should have this. They're really quick delays. All you really need to do is set a really short delay time. Now on this plugin that I'm using, it actually has a slap setting because they're pretty popular with tape machines to create that slapback sound. And also, I would like to point out that normally when I do this, I would do it as a send effect. But since this plugin has the option to keep it as an insert, I'm just going to use it as an insert. So what this is exactly is a very, very, very quick delay of a sound. It almost creates, if it was a little quicker, it would basically become a chorus effect. So having these doubled up, or having a slapback delay rather, kind of gives an illusion that it's doubled up. Maybe there's two people rapping or singing, and it pushes it forward without giving you any phase issues. So this is the level of the slapback delay. This plugin makes it really simple. If you guys have any questions, you could leave it in the comments, and I'll try to explain it a little better with using a normal plugin. But I'm going to bypass this at first, and then I will solo it and play it for you so you guys could hear what the slapback sounds like.
Now I need everything in double like this Noah's Ark. Got a whole lot of people that I do it for. I ain't moving slow, hell no, gotta get it now. Baby sister proud, but I still ain't pushing limits through the ceilings. Only way to get up in the building now. So I'm drilling down concrete, I just stomp feet and alarms ring. Moms need shillings out in Kenya with the illest now. Village style, so I gotta kill him now. I feel it now, I'm in my zone. Can't stop that, I'ma get my own. Need to win for my knees, that's both. Need a figure for my baby bro. Seen the win and I came this close. Shit, I got a nephew on the way, I need my paying for reparation for the pain I had to face for yo. Give up my life every time I step in.
So there's another example of that. If you start paying attention to these things in radio mixes and things like that, you actually will start picking up on how often these slapback delays are used. They're very common, especially with today's rap and hip-hop mixing world, and even songs on the radios for like EDM and all that kind of stuff. So that's all I have for you guys today. Until next Monday, I'll be sure to bring you guys another on-the-screen thing. I think people like that a little better. A little more in-depth kind of thing. So if you have any ideas of things that you might want to be informed about or things like that, leave it in the comments, and I'll review all that and take it into consideration for the next Mix Talk Monday video. So until next Monday, guys, I'll talk to you soon.